We've got that. I've talked about that. Now let's talk about subtitling. As I said, edit the video first. Edit the video first, and then go to subtitling. Now, I used to use Rev. Let me go back to sharing over the screenage. Share screen, desktop 1, and go to the lovely Rev. Rev's awesome. Rev's great. The issue that I have as an Australian with the internet is nearly everything's in US dollars. So every dollar US costs me about $1.50 Australian, which hurts a lot. So this was good. And what I would do, and you can see I last used it in 2018. What I would do is you upload your file to it for $1 a minute. Someone delightfully types it out. They can't understand my accent, so I've got to go back and fix my accent stuff. And depending, I've got to tell you, you Americans, you've got accents from all different, and you probably know this. We in Australia, we just all have the one accent, but you've got different ones everywhere you go. I remember when I was living in Texas, you know, the cab driver, you asses talk funny. And we do. So if you haven't used Rev, it's very easy to use. For $1 a minute, they can type up your stuff and you get to edit it. So you can quickly jump on something and it goes in there, and you can see the video and edit it. It's got its own little editor. The joy about this is you can see here it uploads to YouTube. With all of your videos, put them on YouTube. You've got to put them on YouTube, and you've got to add the subtitle file, even if you've burnt in the subtitle file. I'll talk to you what that means in a sec. And the reason for it is Google uses the subtitle file for SEO. And so if you are talking about your pet product, like this is how we talk to cats, you know, and all you're doing is talking about cats, that'll get picked up in the SEO. So you can see here, you know, I can, again, press play and up comes the words. And, you know, you can then edit the words as you need to. So that's rev.com, $1 a minute. Rev has just updated things, and they have their automatic one where, let me go back, where you get to use their AI bot. Woo, place new order. Automated transcription. Now, automated transcription is pretty cool because that's 10 cents a minute. So it's, you know, but you've got to have these things. Is it this, is it that? Because it has to be pretty clear. And again, you just upload your file. Oh, by the way, typically with Rev, the first 45 minutes or your first file is free just to see what it's like. And you can upload and away you go. And then again, you get to edit it. With it, you use more editing with the automated because the AI is good, but it's not that good. The chat, oh, here comes a thing here, the chat box. No, the video doesn't have to go to YouTube first, Julianne. You can put it to YouTube first, and is what I would do, but you can just update it very well from there. It is very similar to Temi. There's also, if you just want a transcript, so if you just want the document, let alone the subfiles, otter.ai is pretty good. It's the one that does the stuff for Zoom as well. But the thing with otter.ai is that Otter doesn't do the timestamps. Otter does one big timestamp, so it just goes boom. So it's rubbish. Here's a service that I love and what I use. It's called SpeedScriber. The one big difference with this, which is important for Australia, because as I said, we have the 62nd worst internet speeds in the world, is you don't upload the video. For me, uploading video takes ages. This thing, it takes a while to download it to your computer, and it's speedscriber.com, and it's only for Mac. Sorry, non-Mac users, looks like it's only for Mac at this stage. What you do is you get your video file, drop it in, and bang, it then just transcribes it straight away, does all the timestamps. You've got an editor, you can edit it, because the outcome that you're after is a .srt file, .srt file. That is your subtitle file. So for me, if I go, I'm going to go to SpeedScriber. So here's one of my SpeedScribers. I've cleaned up my video, so my video files have disappeared, but you'll see here that I've got all my text, and then I can just go File, Export, SRT file. And the SRT file is the subtitle file that I'm after. So that's how you generate a subtitle file. You can start with Rev and get someone to personally do it, and that can be half a day. The automatic stuff, you've just got to upload. And again, when I was in the UK last year, and I'm crying at their upload speeds. They are so good. I'm so like, we have like 0.3 of a megabyte upload. Like, it's insane. So yeah, so rev.com for transcriptions is probably the best if you're on a PC, and I would try their AI service purely because you're going to edit the file anyway, and it's, give it a crack. Yes, I'm getting to the subtitles. We're getting to the next bit. So we've got the subtitles. We've got two files. We've got the video file. We've got the subtitle file, and now we've got to burn them together. Because what I want to do is, I'm lazy. I like to create something once and use it everywhere. So the best way to do that is to burn the subtitles into the actual video. So you don't have to go, here's my video file, here's my subtitle file, here's my video file, here's my subtitle file. If you burn them together, then it just happens. Yeah, I don't know about the NSA Zoom with the timestampy thing. I'm not sure about that one. You have to have a chat to the lovely Terry, and they will do your stuff. Yeah, and with Julianne, with the YouTube, you upload it to YouTube if it's going to be there anyway. Sometimes what I find is, if I upload to YouTube and then I get them to upload the video file, but then I want to hard burn in, I've then got a different video file. So
I don't think you understand what I mean, Warwick, so I'm just going to interrupt you here just for a second.
Yeah.
I take a video and upload it to YouTube, and then I take the YouTube URL and download that.
In Rev, you point them to that, and they automatically transcribe that, and then they automatically upload the subtitles to YouTube. Yep, I get it. And that's really cool, and I have done that. But what happens then is, when I want to burn the file in, so I want to burn those SRTs. By that I mean I make it permanent so that my video file always has the subtitles, no matter where it's played. I've then got a different video file, which I don't have to put on YouTube. So you can do both. It's either or. So my advice is, play around, see what works for you best. And I've done both. So let's talk about burning in the. So is everyone clear on how to get the subtitles? Just a nodding means yes. And if you're not, go, Okay, thanks, Dr. Redshoe. Yay. So for you, you'll have your video file. You're probably going to have to use Rev. There's probably other services out there, but Rev is the only one I know. Betty, can you type more to your question of Keynote? I don't understand what that question means. So Dr. Redshoe, yeah, if you get your video, then go to Rev here. And you can then create a login. It's free to create a login, upload your file, and then say, please subtitle this for me. And then they give you, I think it's called captions. Captions and subtitles are two different nomenclature in that system. I think it's captions. Subtitles are inferred that it's a different language. You don't want that. That costs extra. So it's captions that you're after. And for $1 a minute, they will manually type them. And for 10 cents a minute, they'll automatically generate them. And then you get to ed them. So Rev is going to be for you because you're a PC kind of gal. Is that good? Yay. Awesome. Loving your work. Nice. Okay, Keynote is PowerPoint for Mac. So the subtitles, I wouldn't put them in the actual Keynote file itself. We're going to do that in a sec. Anyone else have any questions about how do I get the subtitles? Everyone's good. All right, we're good. Let's go to the next bit. The next bit is a magnificent bit of software called Handbrake. Handbrake is a fantastic bit of software, and you can get it for free. Handbrake.fr. That's handbrake.fr. Here, I'll go here. Handbrake.fr. It's a fantastic bit of software for multiple users. I don't know about you, but sometimes your video files are massive and you're like, it's huge. This thing compresses them down so small. Maybe you've got a DVD of one you gave that amazing presentation back in 19 hoopty-doo-dah, and you're like, how do I turn this to a digital file? Handbrake.fr. It's a great open source program. So let's have a look. So we just created that fantastic video called rockstar.m4v. Here it is here. We can open that up. And it says, here it is. So here's the next step that you need to do. Subtitles. It's a bit of a giveaway when the thing says subtitles. Bear with me. Then where it has track, add external SRT. It's exciting now. I can tell. I can see the looks on your faces. And then over here is where I've put my subtitle files. And that one was for the time is fluid.srt. Open. This is very, 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 very important. The SRT encoding here must be set to UTF-8. Please do not ask me why. All I know is that gets set to UTF-8. You not set to UTF-8, you not do properly. Set to UTF-8. So, and then the other thing you want to do is burned in. What burned in means it's permanently there on the video. And then you just set up, where am I going to call this? And I'm just going to put this called Rockstar with subs. And we're good to go. And then you press start. So I've done nothing here but say, this is my video, or open source is my video. And when you turn this on, it automatically asks for it. Here's my subtitle. I want it burnt in. I want it UTF-8. If you wanted to, you could change dimensions to make it smaller, so it's a smaller file. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do in this program, but Google's your friend there. For the moment, this is it. And then you just go start. And it just chugs away in the background. It's really quite fast. So that what it's doing now, it's getting that, here's my bit of video that's got my branding at the top, my image in the middle, and I'm now just burning the subtitles in. We're at to 10% and still we're going. So this then creates a file or an output that you can then use. And what it's doing is also converting it to an MP4. Windows, being Windows Incorporated, does everything the Windows way and creates it as a different file format that the rest of the world don't like. But MP4 is applicable across all platforms. So this is creating a fantastic MP4, and we can then use it. You can upload it to your Vimeo, you can upload it to YouTube, you can put it on Facebook, you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on Twitter, you can put it wherever you want to put it. You can use it in your own presentations, you can do so much stuff with it. So that's how you actually create and then burn in. So is there any questions about, I'm going to show the video to you in a sec, it's still going, we're at 50%. Any questions about burning in the subtitles? I'm going to take that as a no, because no one said anything. If you do, pop it in the chat, give us a question. So it's really that simple. It's just a matter of, I shoot my video first, I edit my video. Oh, there's stuff in the chat. I get everything sorted, and then I'm away from there. So the video file I'm using here, yes, that's the square one I created in Keynote. And the subtitles, yeah, so the export, so I exported in Keynote, I created the video and then I exported. Now this is in Handbrake, so I've got that square video and the subtitles, and then that's now importing and burning that in delightfully, because we do love a good burn. Burn, baby, burn, Disco Inferno. And we're almost done, 97%, 98. Whew, that's exciting. Ta-da, done. So I'm just going to drop out of that, close that. Now I'll go here and video to use, Rockstar sub, here it is. Open that up, press play. I don't know if you can see that video with subtitles, and there it is. How easy. No rocket science engaged. And if we want, I'm happy to upload those videos so you can have a look at it. It's really not that big a deal. Yeah, UTF-8 is the killer there. And remember to clicking that burn in, because sometimes I'll do it and forget to click the burn in. Oh, go Mitch, you absolute legend. He's put everything together. So before any of that, Mitch, do the editing. Always do the editing first. Then once you've got your video, then you put it into Keynote, then get your and that same video you're putting into Keynote, you can already send off to Rev. So while you're doing that, create the square one, Handbrake. How accurate is SpeedScriber? It's pretty good. No, it's AI, like it's all AI. So it gets my name wrong every single time. I think it's slowly learning it because I keep correcting it. You can't change the font. Font cannot be changed. No changey fonty. It's just how it is. And, you know, some people go, oh, but it's not on brand and it's not pretty and it's not. It's like, it's subtitled. Move on. You know, it's like, it's one less thing you got to worry about. And you'll notice from the subtitles on the screen that it was white with a bit of a black background. So no matter what the background is, you can read it. It's got shadowing. So it is pretty good in that manner as well. Yeah. So is it always in sync? Yeah, pretty much so. It's in sync enough because sometimes you have timestamps and the timestamps sort of go from this point in time to that point in time, put up this text. So it's not like karaoke where you follow the ball and it gets it perfect every time. Well, it does when I sing karaoke, not sure about you. But it's in the ballpark. If for some reason it's out, you can tweak it a little bit, but this is why it's really important to get your video file finished first and then get your subtitles generated because they'll be generated with the right timestamp.